Welcome to another episode of my Motortown playthrough. We are back at the heavy duty dealership and there is really not that much left over here. Yeah, we got the semi-truck and trailer combinations to go through this time around. Of course, there used to be a matey here that I haven't done anything with. I don't intend to change that. I just decided to quietly despawn the whole thing. So I want to start with a tanker today, which is something I'm excited about because I haven't tried that yet. Thing is, this is a rental and I think I want to buy my own one. So let's go over to the trailer dealership and let's see what's available over here. I want to try the larger of the two short trailers. I already got it purchased here. It wasn't that expensive, I don't think. But yeah, we need a tractor to pull it. I got two versions of the Limusi. So this one is set up with reinforced springs all the way around. The other one has the false lift axle. So this is more for light duty stuff, or if you are carrying something around heavy for, or something around empty for a long time. For this one, however, we are going to rely on the heavy version. So, yeah, let's get this hooked up and see what we can do to it. This one is also single axle, while this one has a double axle that might help out quite a bit. I tried hauling this one with the stock trailer. I tried hauling fuel up there with a stock trailer before, and that thing immediately went on its knees. So double axle might be necessary here. I don't really like how large the trailer is compared to the tractor. I think from an optical perspective it would be really nice if we could use the B-double trailer with the Limusi. But that has a really low ground clearance with the landing gear, so while the trailer looks really nice overall, it barely functions on all the roads here. Like if you go into, not Jeju, but Seogyu Po, there are some elevation changes there that you will just get stuck on most likely. But yeah, let's see what we can do with this thing right here. It even comes with its own spare tire. That's nice. I don't know how good a spare tire is when you are dealing with double wheel stuff, but yeah, it's a nice detail. So let's see, we need brake power, definitely. Brake balance, I don't know. Brake pads, yeah, sure. And now the important part, suspension. I want anti-roll bars. I want stiffer springs. We are going off-road, so this might not be all that amazing, but the stock ones are usually very, very soft. For some reason, like stupidly soft. So we are just gonna do that. Would be nice if we could fill up the trailer just to see how much it actually goes down over the weight and everything. We want it to be as high as possible. High as a kite if I can make it. Looks a bit weird, but that's the way to go here. I think I also raised my Limusi semi. Might have to double check, but it should be raised up. Wheel spacers, yeah, please. That's a bit more stability. So that's all pretty nice. Tires should be okay. Wheels could go for something different, but yeah, I think I got Golima rims on the front, so I'm gonna put them on the rear one as well, just to match it a little bit. No spoilers for it and no attachment boxes. I don't think the ones that it has on here are working either. It's likely just for equipment. But I'm gonna repaint it. I'm not going to make a full livery here because that would take forever. Yeah, something like this. And now we should be good here. Let me check the Limusi. Definitely has at least something raised. Okay, the front is raised a bit more than the rear, just to add a bit more pressure on the front axle. I think I kind of like that. So we're gonna keep it like that. Okay, let's see how good this works. It's gonna be something, I think. Something good, something awful, that remains to be seen. But we are now just going to take a full load of fuel and try to bring it up there. I mean, the load in this trailer should still be lighter than 6 planks on a trailer. I don't know how much the trailer itself weighs, but we're not doing anything too ridiculous here, all things considered. It's kind of going down quite a bit for it being like, what was it, 200% springs? Let's see how it fares when we bring it up there. I mean, if this works, we are going to deliver far more than what we can do even with the Atlas. And having a front winch gives me at least some confidence. Of course, there is now a downside compared to a rigid truck with I don't know, a significant amount of the weight, likely about half of it not being on the driven axles. I mean, with the rear overhang, it should even be more than half that's not on the driven ones. So there's a certain amount of traction that we might be losing here. Okay, first hurdle doesn't seem too bad, but we are almost scratching on the ground with our landing gear there, so yeah. Problem is with the landing gear being so far forward, I mean, yeah, I could raise the Limusi by the remaining 3 centimeters. That would be something, but it's very, very little. I could also make the rear springs for the trailer a bit more stiff. I don't think it's too stiff, all things considered, with how it's moving. But it might also be just a good sweet spot already. Just by accident even. Come on, just pull through. Don't want to downshift and risk it sliding backwards. But yeah, I think right now this feels somewhat comparable to 6 planks hauling, meaning that this is gonna be painful, but it's not impossible. So that's kind of how I like it. I could also try something. Since this thing has a lot of clearance between the truck and trailer, I might be able to put this a bit further forward. Get the weight to tack over here and maybe get a bit more force on the front axle. This might be a bit close to the cap now, but we'll try it. I'm not the one getting crushed in that cap if something goes wrong, so I'm okay with this. But yeah, I feel like apart from going up the inclines and everything, overall we are really hauling ass here, pretty close to what we could do with Limusi Tenka and Brutus here. Of course, there are going to be the tough sections which are going to be way slower, but overall, this isn't too bad right now. Oops. Spoken too soon. Very easy to topple the entire thing over. I mean, this is a heavy-duty trailer on a medium-duty tractor. So while it helps that this thing is made for off-roading, yeah, it's not as wide as the heavy-duty one and all of that, so yeah. I think there have been some requests on the Discord by people to add the heavier version of the Limusi. Would be same engine set and all of that, which I think is a good thing here. Like heavy-duty Limusi would be way overpowered. Wouldn't be using anything else in that at that point. But yeah, it would be about twice as heavy, which should help stability. I think it likely would also be a bit larger, so a bit wider and everything, so that would be good. But with the same power set, that would also come at a disadvantage, obviously. So I think that would be overall really balanced. Alright, back at the lake again. But yeah, for the planks I'll only show from the lumber mill. I think that's more interesting. Also, if you think that there won't be much money in delivering the copper to the concentrator from that location, the contracts are where it's at. Okay, I'm now kinda running into a problem where I can't turn in that much. So I might have to pull the fifth wheel a bit further back again. But overall, this is feeling really good. This might be okay. I've been considering to maybe get longer final drive ratios into the Limusi semis. I think I got that on the rigid trucks because they don't need to haul that much. I think it would be overall really good because when am I ever really going into first gear? And for top speed it would be really advantageous. Wouldn't be great when you are using the 4 high gear set, but you don't really need that. At least not all that much. Okay, 3 more kilometers ahead, but the best is yet to come. And by best I mean the absolutely most painful section of the entire journey. Oh god. I wonder if they are planning on doing anything with the upcoming construction site. There are some that are getting turned into other buildings, uh, industries, etc., facilities, whatever. But some of them, they kind of need to stay construction sites, or at least there needs to be a way to get more of them that aren't really just waiting to become depots, etc. Because after all, you need some way to get the sand for the concrete factory, that one. Come on. Oh god. Now it's kind of struggling. Reaching one consistent incline that's a bit longer, then it's just gonna slow down, I mean. Yeah. We are hauling a whole lot with this tanker. I would be okay if I need to buy the shorter one instead, and if this one can't make it. Would only suck to find it out after all this trouble. But yeah, the hardest part is coming up in a moment. This is gonna be the make or break moment for the entire thing. But yeah, that construction site down there, that's what I mean. I think with that being in such a location like that, it feels like it could easily stay a construction site forever as a delivery destination. But then again, we also have the Gwangjin town construction site. That's another one there. But yeah, gonna see. Oh god. Now it's starting to dance around a little bit. I mean, we do have a bit of overhang there. The bumper isn't all that high up. Should have maybe checked if there was another bumper option. Because I might have overlooked that. But hey, we are up here. I think we are still stuck on the with the cab and the trailer together. But hey, we are doing it, and it's going much, much better than with the Atlas. We can even go into second gear, I don't believe it. So yeah, this is kinda crawling along right now, but this is holding the equivalent of 4 Brutus tankers, so if you like it quick and easy and make it more of a race, you can definitely go for Brutus, but if you wanna haul some cargo, that's the trailer. So yeah, I think I might end up recommending this over the Atlas. I mean, I wouldn't have recommended the Atlas to begin with. But this seems an easy enough, nice enough option. Getting stuck there. Come on, despawn already. Thank you. And in moments like this, where the tractor really starts moving around, just gonna get off the gas for a bit until it starts going the direction you want it to. Okay, now this is also gonna be interesting. This might be a problem. Going up the other side. Yeah, I doubt we have a grip for this. Yeah, this is only sliding backwards, so let's get the winch cable. And you know what? I think this is fine. When we do heavy off-roading stuff like this, I actually like having one location where we need to winch. I don't want to do it all the time. I don't want to do it for like half a kilometer or something. But using it for one hill is kind of a good balance. Kind of is part of a thing here, I think. And then now I'm really gripping my controller in a weird way. Left index finger on the left bumper. The thumb on the downwards digipad to reel in the winch. Right index finger on the right trigger to accelerate, and then the right thumb on the left stick to steer. Come on. Okay, there's no shot at this happening without the winch, so we're gonna move hook a bit forward. Yeah, I might have to do to winch a third time. But yeah, this is working, as you may have seen. I might have to make the planks a separate episode, though I don't know. We are still not completely done. There's another rough spot coming up, and while it's shorter going through the shortcut, it's still gonna be a journey. Away from the cliff, please. Don't do anything stupid. That's my job. Like overheating. Oh. We were really pulling ahead for a moment, but I think it was also due to the tension in the rope there. I should really pack some coolant at some point. Okay, last bit of winching, don't need all that much, but I think we are in need of at least a little bit. Now we got it. Whew. Okay, now this is the rough spot. This is where the semi usually just wants to jump off the cliff. Or go that direction. This might be salvageable. Thankfully the trailer isn't that top heavy. But now we are getting into problems with the landing gear. So yeah. And now we are tipping over because why not? I kind of just want to stay on the path, but it's not easy. Maybe if I go a bit further to the left and approach it like this. It's doing it. And now it's time to go off the cliff. Come on, save it. Choose life. Thank you. It chose to get stuck on the landing gear. Please don't go off the cliff. Please don't go off the cliff. I don't know if this is gonna be enough to get it off the landing gear. Ah, we got it. Okay, very nice. Cutting the winch cable and then getting up the last bit here. Okay, I thought this might be a bit quicker, honestly, but I mean, there haven't been any major unexpected problems. And even that weird little hairpin turn worked out way better than expected. So yeah, this might be the solution for me. But I'm definitely going to try and see if I can make something happen on the other end. I don't know if I could maybe get multiple of these trailers in some way. Not without a really janky setup, and I don't know if I'm up for that level of jank. I mean, if I really wanted to do something janky, I could get maybe another one of these trailers, put it on a low max, and whenever, I mean, either one of the linkies or something on the back of the trailer and have this one connected to that and hang off. That might work. Getting two of these trailers over to the lumber mill would be a real win. Especially if you don't connect them in a way that makes cargo scaling happen. Although I don't think the payouts are really that great for this anyways. I know planks are absolutely abysmal. I have a bit more hope for fuel. But it's also not that great. But yeah, we made it up to the fork and therefore we are safe now. I could also maybe try going for some contracts here. Haven't done that for the other deliveries and that was maybe a bit of a poor choice, but first of all I keep forgetting about this stuff. And secondly, the contracts aren't all amazing. Gonna have to check though. To be clear, I'm recording all of this in the same session. From the first mine delivery to this, so if anybody said, hey, look at the contracts, yeah, should have done that, but didn't. Sorry. And yeah, with this one we are taking the long way. Oops. Yeah. And that's why I usually take the shortcut. Right into the tree. As if it was planned specifically for that. Just to be in my way. Directly in the way. to turn a little oopsie into a massive problem. But yeah, Jimusi Semi and Tanker trailer works well enough. Of course, there's also the shorter version, which shouldn't give that many problems. It's about a third less in terms of capacity, so that's decent. So let me check the contract side here. 17k, 30. That would be alright, but I'm 2 units short on that. These are really not all that amazing. Five wood planks. I mean, yeah, for a larger delivery that works out, but I mean, for the pitiful amount that I made from this delivery, that was at least a little bonus. But these are really far from amazing. Especially for the work. Completely undervaluated. But yeah, that's that. Might be slower than the Atlas overall if you get that one corner right from the get-go. But I think I prefer it. Definitely better capacity. You can pull yourself out of most of the issues you run into. And overall this went decently smoothly. And yeah, this can now go and produce a lot more stuff for quite a while. I might make an episode where I just go here and grab all the stuff to bring it down there and get myself a contract. I might also do that off screen. But this mine is getting pretty full here. And let's be clear, from 3 fuel and 1 wood plank, it creates 30 units of copper ore. So the output not being full doesn't matter. It's gonna take a few units and then that's gonna be done. Fuel being that high, that's something. Also means that once I'm done with this mini series of delivery episodes, I will have to deliver a lot more planks before I ever need more fuel up here. Maybe there is a point to the smaller vehicles, I don't know. Would be nice if there was a truck with maybe 10 units or 9 or so. I mean, that would be... God. Kira tanker and 5-ton trailer, that would do the trick. And then we would have basically almost 1-to-1. One trip with fuel up here for one trip with planks, and that would be alright, but we'll see. I don't really want to try that. I don't fancy that. Anyways, next up, it's gonna be this tractor again with another trailer up the mud shortcut with 6 planks. 30 tons. Should be doable, but we'll have to see. Anyways, until then, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Have a good one, and bye bye.